Before humans, before cities and civilizations, Earth was a planet ruled by creatures unlike anything alive today. Vast forests of ferns and cycads stretched across continents. Volcanoes painted the horizon red, while shallow seas teemed with reptilian giants. The air itself carried more oxygen, fueling enormous bodies and unusual adaptations. To step onto this prehistoric planet would be like walking into another universe, an alien Earth, with its own rulers, its own dramas, its own rise and fall of empires. Here, the beasts of deep time were not fantasy, but reality, roaming freely across plains, skies, and oceans. These ancient animals left no writings or monuments, but they carved their legacy into stone through fossils and trackways. Every discovery reveals not only what they were, but how they lived, hunted, migrated, and survived. To roam with these beasts is to witness a living theater of evolution, one that predates humanity by hundreds of millions of years. Their world is gone, yet its echoes remain in bones, feathers, and shells, reminders that this planet has always belonged first to the beasts. Long before dinosaurs took command, Earth was the domain of other fearsome creatures. In the Permian period, over 250 million years ago, synapsids like Dimetrodon reigned as apex predators, despite its reptilian appearance. Dimetrodon was closer to mammals than to dinosaurs, carrying the lineage that would eventually give rise to us. Its sail-backed silhouette stalked swampy plains, where gorgonopsids, saber-toothed hunters of their time, pursued prey with bone-crushing jaws. These were the first great beasts to dominate terrestrial ecosystems, filling every niche from predators to scavengers. Fossils reveal dramatic adaptations, elongated canine teeth, sprawling limbs, and powerful bite forces. Yet, this empire ended in the catastrophic Permian Triassic extinction, the deadliest event in Earth's history, wiping out over 90% of species. The stage was cleared for new rulers. When the Triassic dawned, reptiles diversified, and among them rose the first dinosaurs, small, agile, but destined for greatness. The synapsids faded, but their story reminds us that dinosaurs were not the first dominators of Earth, only the most famous. The beasts that preceded them shaped the ecosystems that allowed the age of dinosaurs to emerge. When the Jurassic period arrived, Earth saw the rise of true titans. Towering sauropods like Brachiosaurus and Diplodocus stretched their necks into the canopy, stripping entire trees bare in minutes, their massive footprints preserved in ancient mudflats, record herds that moved like living mountains across plains. Alongside them roamed armored herbivores such as Stegosaurus, wielding spiked tails for defense against predators. Fossil evidence shows that these giants lived in complex ecosystems where size was both a shield and a challenge. The sheer bulk of sauropods required vast amounts of food and efficient physiology, air sac breathing systems, lightweight bones, and continuous grazing. The Jurassic was a golden age of abundance, with warm climates and lush vegetation supporting colossal herds. These giants embodied the scale of a prehistoric planet where natural selection favored gigantism as a strategy for survival. To roam alongside them would be to feel dwarfed, not only physically but existentially, as Earth's landscapes were shaped by bodies so large they altered ecosystems by their very presence. The Jurassic was truly the age of giants, a time when Earth belonged to titans. Where there are giants, there must also be hunters. The Jurassic forests hid predators like Allosaurus, swift and powerful with jaws designed for tearing flesh. Evidence from fossil bone beds suggests they may have hunted cooperatively, attacking even massive sauropods. In the Cretaceous, the crown of apex predator passed to Tyrannosaurus rex, a beast of unmatched power and bone-crushing bite force. Fossils of prey with healed wounds from T-Rex teeth show that some victims survived attacks, testifying to violent encounters. Predatory dinosaurs were not mindless killers, but finely tuned machines of survival. Deinonychus and Utah raptor, with their sickle claws, hunted in packs, overwhelming prey much larger than themselves. Trackways and bite marks reveal their strategies, while CT scans of skulls reveal heightened senses of smell and vision. To roam with these predators would be to walk among lethal perfection, where every step carried the possibility of ambush. The fossil record shows us not just skeletons, but stories of pursuit, injury, and triumph. These predators were the generals of the prehistoric planet, shaping the balance of power in ecosystems filled with giants. While land was ruled by dinosaurs, the oceans belonged to other titans. Mosasaurs, serpentine reptiles with double-hinged jaws, patrolled ancient seas like monstrous lizards of the deep. Some exceeded 15 meters, swallowing prey whole. Plesiosaurs, with long necks and paddle-like limbs, moved gracefully through the water, ambushing fish and squid. Ichthyosaurs, resembling giant dolphins, evolved for speed and deep diving, their fossils even showing live births preserved in stone. These marine reptiles turned oceans into theaters of perpetual struggle. Fossilized stomach contents reveal battles between leviathans, while tooth marks on shells and bones record underwater hunts. Even ammonites, spiral-shelled cephalopods, grew to enormous sizes, drifting in swarms that fed predators. The seas of the prehistoric planet were as dangerous as its lands, filled with monsters adapted to an aquatic empire. To swim among them would be to enter a world where survival depended on size, speed, and stealth. Fossils found in shale and limestone preserve not only skeletons, but entire marine ecosystems, allowing us to reconstruct a realm of beasts as terrifying as any land predator. Above the forests and seas, the skies were ruled by pterosaurs. These flying reptiles, cousins of dinosaurs, evolved incredible diversity. Some, like Pteranodon, soared with wingspans rivaling small airplanes. Others, such as Quetzalcoatlus, reached heights taller than giraffes and stalked coastal plains for prey. Fossilized wing bones reveal lightweight structures reinforced with muscle attachments, proving they were agile flyers, not clumsy gliders. Impressions of wing membranes in exceptional fossils even preserve skin fibers that strengthen their flight surfaces. Pterosaur tracks show they walked on all fours when grounded, hunting fish, small vertebrates, and carrion. They were the first true masters of powered flight, dominating skies long before birds. Their diversity giant predators, tiny insect hunters, scavengers, illustrates how thoroughly they exploited aerial niches. To roam with these airborne beasts would be to look upward constantly, watching shadows cross the ground as wings blotted out the sun. The fossil record of pterosaurs is fragile, but each specimen reveals the elegance and dominance of creatures that transformed the sky into their empire. Beyond the famous giants and predators, the prehistoric planet was populated by extraordinary creatures that defy expectations. Therizinosaurus wielded absurdly long claws, more suited to tearing vegetation than flesh. Deinocheirus, with its humped back and duck-like bill, seemed assembled from spare parts of other dinosaurs. Ankylosaurus resembled a living tank, armored with plates and wielding a massive club tail. These were beasts of adaptation, each shaped by evolutionary pressures into bizarre yet successful designs. Fossils reveal not just their anatomy, but their ecological roles: clawed herbivores stripping vegetation, armored giants deterring predators, strange omnivores filling unique niches, even small creatures Microraptor with 4 wings, or Psittacosaurus with quills on its tail, show that prehistoric life experimented endlessly. To roam among these beasts would be to witness the creativity of evolution. A parade of forms that challenge our imagination yet were once everyday realities. The lesser-known beasts remind us that the prehistoric planet was not only about size and power, but also about diversity and innovation, with each creature a solution to survival in a world of constant competition. Every empire ends, and the reign of the ancient beasts collapsed in a single, catastrophic moment. 66 million years ago, a massive asteroid struck near what is now the Yucatan Peninsula, unleashing shockwaves, firestorms, and a global winter. Forests burned, skies darkened, and food chains collapsed. The Deccan Traps in India erupted simultaneously, pouring volcanic gases into the atmosphere and worsening the crisis. Fossil layers capture this apocalypse, a thin band of iridium-rich clay. The signature of extraterrestrial impact lies above the last dinosaur fossils in the Hell Creek Formation. Skeletons of Triceratops and T-Rex lie near the boundary line, evidence of lives lived on the eve of extinction. 3/4 of Earth's species vanished, including non-avian dinosaurs, pterosaurs, and giant marine reptiles. Yet from the ashes, some survivors endured small mammals, crocodiles, and most importantly, birds, the living descendants of dinosaurs. The fall of the ancient beasts was both an ending and a beginning, a reminder of how fragile even the most powerful rulers of Earth can be in the face of cosmic chance. Today, paleontology and technology combine to bring the prehistoric planet back to life. CT scans peer inside fossilized skulls, reconstructing brains and inner ears. Isotopic analysis reveals diets, migration routes, and climate conditions. 3D printing replicates fossils for study, while digital modeling restores muscles and skin. Feathered dinosaur fossils even allow scientists to infer coloration, producing reconstructions more accurate than ever. Computer simulations model ecosystems, showing how herds migrated or how predators hunted. These tools transform fossils from static bones into dynamic windows on life. Museums and documentaries use these reconstructions to let audiences roam once again with ancient beasts, blending hard data with visual storytelling. Science not only uncovers the anatomy of the past, but also resurrects the feel of the prehistoric planet, making it tangible for modern eyes. The beasts may be gone, but through technology, their world becomes real again, inviting us to walk, swim, and fly alongside them. Though the ancient beasts vanished millions of years ago, their legacy endures. Birds carry the living lineage of dinosaurs, filling the skies with echoes of their prehistoric ancestors. Fossils inspire awe and curiosity, reminding us of Earth's deep history and resilience.